Hi everybody, I'm here with John today and I'm going to discuss something that's synonymous with Wing Chun, and that is Bong Sau. Now, Bong Sau is a deflection. It's a spinning deflection which makes energy go up slightly and moves it to one side. You can make a Bong Sau shape to deflect into the same corner, but if you imagine in Sunim Tao, your elbows are in front of the body and you're pretty much getting your own way. So when this arm drives out, see this fist length away from the body, like so. When the arm drives out, this little finger turns over this one and it goes to here like this. See how this goes out like so. Now this is quite a high Bong Sau, and this Bong Sau would be kind of useful at this sort of range. This sort of range where it allows me to come down this centre. However, it doesn't have to be high, and very often it's not. If I'm standing closer, my Bong Sau in Sun Tao might well just be here. So still got this fist length away, but see how much lower it is. So imagine if I'm here with John and I take half a step in, where I can really affect him. When I turn the Bong Sau, can you see how it moves his arm up from that angle? And it will move it over as well. Now, what people worry about is being hit in the face. If I'm standing here and I have my Bong Sau low, John can hit me in the face. But if I'm standing here and I put my Bong Sau up, John can't because I'm too close to it. And here, the deflection allows me into the centre. Now, the reason I bring in this up is because there's a lot of arguments about Bong Sau, and that is a very basic idea. It's a basic idea because when you do Chi Sau and think about it from Sunim Tao, it is very much within this box. So literally, my Bong Sau would come forward, any Fuk Sau would come forward, the punch would come forward, Pak Sau would come in forward. It's all coming along this line. So I don't need to move very much when I'm using it. So I'm here, and whatever I'm going to do, if I open the John, I've literally not done very much. Can you see? I just carried on that line. I think if I do Bong Sau, I'm just carrying on that line each time. So when we're doing our Chi Sau, at this distance in particular, I can do anything along this line with very little movement. And that's great because at that distance, in Sunim Tao, I'm getting my own way. Now John wouldn't let me get my own way in reality unless it's on a video. So you have to then think about other types of Bong Sau. You often see Bong Saus in Chum Q, and you see dropping elbows in Bulji. Well, these are different. You sometimes see a Bong Sau out here, and the elbow is away from the body. Now, it's away from the body because it depends where the energy is coming and what you're doing with it. So, for example, here, I might make the same shape, some might argue it's a Lansau shape, into this shoulder because it lets me access this shoulder. So I can do it just here. It may be that what I'll do is a very low sweeping Bong Sau to access over here. What I'm trying to say with this is when you're getting your own way, stick to the punch down the centre, the turn, this little spiral, little finger going over the top to make it deflect with the forearm. But when you are doing other things, you can do it here. Doesn't matter. If I'm down here with John, if I get to this point here, look, and he's pushing to my centre, I can sweep it away just here. It's exactly the same. I haven't got to be stuck in that box. I want to be, because that means I'm getting my own way. But if I'm not, I shouldn't be. So remember, Bong Sau, it's a difficult one, because it's something you shouldn't do very often. It should be fleeting, because it causes impingement on the shoulder if you do it too much. But it's useful, it's synonymous with Wing Chun, but don't get anal about it, it's just not worth it. Thank you, John.